Welcome back, everybody. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, Rovi, and MScribe, and today we're going to be talking about Bitcoin's resurgence.
Resurgence, dude. When was it ever down?
Well, it was down for quite a while, actually.
Only based on squiggly lines, dude. It was never down in our hearts and minds.
Our sentiment was definitely...
It's true, dude. We had some pretty rough periods. Some rough lows.
We had a whole year of negative, crypto sentiment.
Yeah, but again...
And then it was squashed by good old Ordinals.
From our perspective, right? So
yeah, for sure.
That's what we were honed in on, locked into, was essentially the birth and evolution of the Bitcoin ecosystem, right? So still largely people are unaware that this was happening, mostly because of the memery that's kind of permeated in the broader crypto space, kind of like is keeping people's lens away from this awareness, right? So, but
yeah, we're getting a lot of phone calls.
A lot of phone calls from typically non-interested parties, right? All of a sudden, super interested in what's happening in crypto, right?
It's like, you know what? Crypto is interesting.
Yeah, I guess so. There's a lot.
It's I've been telling you for 10 years.
Yeah, but
back when it was $3,000.
Yeah, or 15,000. You're like, dude, this is probably the time to buy some Bitcoin. It's like, shut up. What do you know? You're wrong. You're lame.
Yeah, it's going to zero.
You're a scammer. And then here we are teetering at the edge of $100,000 Bitcoin.
Which could occur today.
Yeah, which could be happening right now. Does anybody have eyes on charts?
It's not.
Okay. Shucks. That would have been nice to capture in real time. But nonetheless, I think that's obviously bringing some attention, right? So where are we right now? So let's explain how these market cycles typically roll out, right?
Yeah. So typically they go up and then they go down.
For sure. But like you said, we've been in a pretty much a down period, right?
Right.
Which introduces a lot of emotional stress. But we're not stressed out anymore, dude. Because we're entering
optimism zone.
The optimism zone, otherwise referred to as the banana territory.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So let's look at this tweet. Julian, remember, one must make it through the boring zone to unlock the banana zone.
Yeah,
so here are the 3 cycles in the past. Fourth one.
Yeah, the boring zone essentially is the accumulation period before Bitcoin just breaks previous all-time highs essentially and is in price discovery mode. And you have a 3 to 6 month window where basically Bitcoin is just running the show. It is king. It always has been since we've been observing this market. It leads all attention and awareness, and it has a trickle effect throughout the entire ecosystem. Right?
That's right, yeah.
So for those of us who spent a lot of the bear market kind of focused on the ecosystems, right? This is the period of time where you just kind of patiently wait for essentially retail to come in because of Bitcoin is doing its thing.
And they're coming fast and furious. They're dancing their way into crypto.
Is that what they're doing?
I think that's what you do on TikTok, right?
It's true. I think that is what you do on TikTok. I wouldn't know.
What a weird activity, dude.
What, to dance on TikTok?
Yeah.
No, I think we're the weird ones, not dancing on TikTok, actually. I mean, majority consensus rules, right?
I guess. I guess we're the crazy ones, right? It's
yeah, we're not dancing. What's wrong with us?
There's nothing to dance about.
Well, what's wrong with you? I dance. I can dance from time to time. But not on TikTok, though. I haven't, taken that leap.
You sure you don't have a TikTok account?
Not yet. Maybe once I
You're doing the floss over there?
I'll launch my own Pump.Fun coin. I saw one this morning on Pump.Fun.
Yeah.
Doing my real research, dude. And somebody launched a coin called Twerk, and he was live streaming himself twerking with a Pepe plush on his back while he was doing it. And the coin was going up, dude. It was working.
Wow.
Good stuff.
The question is, how long can he twerk before, once he stops, it's all right, rug.
Yeah.
It's over.
Sell everything.
That's right.
Well,
state of the market, dude.
At least somebody's working on a utility token out there in the meme land.
No greater utility than
twerking.
That's right.
All right, moving on. We're looking at rainbow chart.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is what the beginning of a banana territory looks like, right? So
yeah, let me zoom in. So
you can kind of see that, the inflection moment.
Yeah. So here's $16,000 Bitcoin, and today nearly 100,000.
Yeah, and in context of this chart, it doesn't really look like much, right?
No, but if we zoom out, I mean, a
It
lot.
probably still won't look it would look even less, really.
Yeah.
What do you think
But-
about like the cultural significance of 100K Bitcoin? And
Yeah.
then you look at the chart, it's really not that significant.
Well,
Yeah.
technically, we should have reached 100K last cycle, but
Technically? Really?
Technically.
Technically.
yeah.
I don't know if these rainbow charts are like anything technical at all. It's more like theoretically we could have hit 100,000 last cycle, but
Well, the chart
Yeah.
tells me we should have hit 100K, and that's why everybody was sad.
yeah, sad or whatever, dude. So
Yeah.
expect Bitcoin essentially, I don't know, for the next 2 to 3 months. You think it's just like only go up mode, right? Would you
Yes.
say
Yeah, for the next 3 to 6 months, perhaps.
3 to 6 months?
Yeah.
Well, it can't go up for 3 to 6 months, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, it can go
It could
up
just,
and
like,
then go
hang.
down.
It'll hang.
I don't think it'll hang either, dude. But the point is, we don't know what Bitcoin's gonna do. It's kind of like I don't know, like a flawed exercise to sit there and just speculate on when the top will come.
Yeah.
Because then you start to like,
You start to rationalize the irrational, and
yeah, and then you fall victim to the exuberance whenever
right.
things go up at the pace they do, like Bitcoin. Then you start to factor in all these macro situations, like Donald Trump is going to be president for the next 4 years. He's introducing like this radically supportive cabinet for the crypto industry and Bitcoin, and
yeah.
they're going to like lock up a ton of Bitcoin into the treasury, like, all these things, right? It's like, holy crap, how could you be not bullish about this? We're going to 1 million,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, little did you know, 1 million's like way up here.
But as we just said, who cares, right? This is just a rainbow chart, dude. Maybe it does go to 1 million, but then you know, that's why it's not.
Then life doesn't make sense, dude.
Yeah, it's to me, this is a recipe for madness, trying to like predict these tops and troughs. But if you could do it, more power to you, right?
Yeah. All right, moving on. We have a tweet here. It says Google searches for Memecoin just hit all-time highs. It says the last major peak was April 23 during the Pepe surge. Now we're seeing unprecedented interest, even higher than 2021 peaks. History shows these retail FOMO indicators often mark significant market moves.
Yeah, so the question we've been asking is, once Bitcoin does enter this banana zone, it's not just a Bitcoin show, right?
Mhm.
Last cycle, it was, and then it became a DeFi show, an NFT show, a Metaverse show, all these different shows,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's like, what are the shows of this cycle? Clearly, memes it's the first show on the docket,
Yeah.
right? So we know personally, we're getting those family phone calls.
Yeah.
It's like, point me to the meme land.
Yeah.
Graceland in the meme version of it.
Right. And all right, so it says so Bongo here says I won't buy an ordinal until the Runes ecosystem is at least 10 billion.
Mm.
And then I'm in the same boat. I won't buy an ordinal until the Bitcoin Memecoin
Yeah.
ecosystem is at least 10 billion.
There you go. So what do you notice about this, dude?
Now everything on Bitcoin is a meme coin. It's a rebranding.
There's a rebranding happening.
It's
right?
not ordinals, it's not runes.
Yeah, we need to
It's not
inject
inscriptions.
or tap tokens or atomicals. Like
Yeah.
keep all that like under the
Yeah,
the
nerd.
Yeah, that's the nerd speak. Retail, who obviously only cares about memes for the now, right? We
Yeah.
need to cater to their expectations and their understanding of the market, right? So what's your opinion on that? Like,
Well, I mean, it's just trying to fit your product to the market. I mean, that's a fair play.
yeah, I think it's sound. So we're seeing here Magic Eden, fully on board with this approach.
Yeah, so it says buying Bitcoin meme coins on Magic Eden is so easy with Rune Swaps. And so now they're showing a video of how to do that.
Yeah, so I think the play happening here in context of the Bitcoin ecosystem is acknowledging what's happening in the crypto space. Memes are winning. So the idea is you need to rotate some of this attention economy into the Bitcoin ecosystem somehow, some way, right? So Rune's probably the most likely candidate to kind of capture that, right? Because for one, its innate design supports it. And now with Magic Eden support, that they can inject some like
a good user interface.
Yeah, like a UX experience that these memers are familiar with, right?
Right.
So however it's being technically executed on, obviously, retail doesn't care. As long as I could swap Bitcoin meme coins around, not runes, Bitcoin meme coins. You know, I'm in, right?
Yeah, that's quite a word salad there.
Which part?
Bitcoin meme coins.
It's true. It's
That's
not
a lot
as
of
easy.
coins.
It's not as easy to say as runes. You're right.
It's like Bitcoin memes.
Yeah, but it's still.
Yeah.
It's meme
Anyway,
coins, dude.
Magic Eden agrees, right? So Rune Swaps beta is live powered by on-chain order book and built with full mempool protection.
Damn.
Mempool. Swap BTC and Runes today with Runes BTC swap rolling out gradually as we move toward official launch. Bitcoin meme coins are just getting started.
Beautiful. Well, a round of applause for
the coordinated rebranding by industry participants.
That's right.
Congratulations, guys.
It's pretty impressive, actually, like how quickly, like, the mind shift can occur.
Yeah.
I mean, this is consensus in real time, dude.
Yeah.
So this is the killer product for now of what like Ordinals and the Bitcoin ecosystem is introducing, right? Because objectively, that's kind of like the premise, I guess, of a lot of people who are participating in this ecosystem, right? It's like, what does Bitcoin have to offer that other chains do not?
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe other chains do offer these things, so they should be offerable from the Bitcoin perspective of things, right? So we were injecting a new value narrative, right? Memes potentially have some additional significance if they're being, bred on Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and we're looking at another tweet here. It says, Justin OKX launches centralized exchange express buy option for dog, which she says is a rune. That's an error. It should say Bitcoin Memecoin.
Yeah, that's somebody send this guy the memo.
Yeah.
You don't say runes anymore.
Yeah, forward that email to Vincent.
Right. Yeah. So dog being the leading of the Bitcoin meme coins, I think was a nipple hair away. Remember, from $1 billion valuation. Literally,
right.
You couldn't have gotten closer. It was like 990 million or something like that.
Yeah.
And then completely cratered to like 200 mil.
Yeah.
And it's on its way back. Right. So we've got a Trojan horse, you would say.
Right.
Which is, I think,
it's powerful.
It's significant for the whole Rune economy. Oh, whoops.
Oh,
Bitcoin Memecoin economy.
Right.
My bad. I almost.
You almost you're gonna get a lashing, dude.
I'm surprised you do that button, TJ.
It's only two I know.
Okay, good. Yeah, I almost fumbled right there. But so overall impression of things is, I think that is how we're going to kind of like see this rotation kind of happen, right?
Yeah.
Everything's happening on Solana right now. There's tons of pump and dump memery happening, and it's capturing a lot of attention. It's spreading on TikTok. There's virality around what's happening, right? So bringing that attention onto the Bitcoin ecosystem, what are the after effects of that, right?
Yeah, I feel like the after effects is everyone benefits that's been on Bitcoin.
Well, yeah. So the context of that is, I mean, there's a lot of assumptions being thrown around out there, right? We're definitely in a meme coin super cycle, but individual sectors typically don't like permeate throughout an entire cycle, right? They have like time frames within an overall Bitcoin cycle, where they actually, essentially have some retail participation, right? But this attention kind of like, traverses into other categories.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it just doesn't come into Bitcoin meme coins or runes and just stay there, right? People look around for opportunities.
So what are some of the other opportunities, dude? So good old Beto is like contextualizing basically everything.
Yeah, and if you're new to kind of like the Bitcoin and Ordinal ecosystem, this is a good place to at least start. And here he says, I've just updated the most detailed timeline of Ordinals and NFTs ever created. It covers everything from the early days of digital ownership to the rise of BRC20, Bitmap, DMT, non-arbitrary tokens, and Bitcoin meme coins.
Yeah. Sorry, Beto. You also need to readjust.
You didn't get that email either. Huh.
It'll get there. We'll all figure it out.
Right. So let's take a look here. Right. So it starts in 30,000 BP.
I wonder what the piece before. What's the P, dude?
I don't know.
Before persons? No. Before.
It says art here, so it's got to reference art.
Okay.
And then we go to the mechanical computer. We got the iPhone here.
Significant. You just like skipped right over Bitcoin. How dare you?
Yeah. There's that weird Bitcoin thing.
Yeah.
But look at that. Discord is in there, 2015,
Yeah.
before Ethereum.
Way more significant than Bitcoin for sure.
All right, and then all of a sudden, let's fast forward from let's say 2007 all the way to 2023.
Essentially, the introduction of whenever the line turns black.
Yeah.
Which is ordinals. So you're a little too far ahead.
Well, yeah, here it goes. January 23.
So this is what you kind of like want to study up, right? Because everything that's black, right? This black line is like last cycle's introduction of like new stuff.
Yeah, correct.
Right? Which I guess memes are essentially a product of like last cycle's infrastructure aggregation and such, right? You know, new L1s that are more scalable.
Yeah.
Therefore, you can issue these types of these platforms that generate memes in such a user-friendly way, right? That's
correct.
The product of right now. But to understand what's happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem, you got to go through all these occurrences, right?
Yeah, so this occurred early 2023. We found ordinals around February timeframe, around 10K.
Yeah, pretty much. I would say right around when Ordinals bot was introduced, because I remember when we first looked into Ordinals, everything you had to have run your own Bitcoin core, right? Your own node.
Yeah.
In order to do anything, to inscribe anything.
Yeah, we're like, man, that's a lot of technical effort just to get in.
A lot.
Yeah.
We're like, and like those original Ordinal videos, as soon as some infrastructure providers start to step in and, you know, make things a little bit more user accessible, then, you know, we should start paying more attention to this stuff, right?
Yeah, but look at all this, dude. January 2023, and then look at, these are all February.
Yeah, well, again, Ordinals, see what Ordinals bot right there.
Yeah.
So we have some infrastructure. We have some service providers. Guess what? Now people can start to build.
Yeah.
Right? And contribute. That's what's kind of like what happens.
Xverse in 2023 or February as well.
Yeah. Now we have like
Ordinals
trusted wallet.
You know?
Yeah. So we're seeing infrastructure components. So all these are important fixtures of the ecosystem, right?
Unisat in February as well. Man, that's a lot of work.
Somewhere around there should be BRC20s, right? Where Unisat is.
So
there it is, March.
Oh yeah, BRC20s.
Yeah, so this is really where we started to like heavily get involved. So you can
Yeah.
go back and watch those videos because
Yeah, we found BRC20s when it was at a total market cap of 20 million.
yeah, like 17, 18 million, something like that, right? So that led us to find, you know, like, okay, people are issuing shitcoins on Bitcoin. That's very interesting, right? You have shitcoins everywhere else, but the idea of introducing shitcoinery to Bitcoin, even though it was a very like it added a new friction step, right? And the idea of transfer inscriptions and stuff, that was new to me.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when you explained it to me. I was like, dude, what the hell?
Right. It's like, how's this gonna work?
Yeah.
Right? And then little do we know, it's like it's gonna balloon into a multi-billion-dollar thing, right? So that's what led us to find Track.
Yeah, we found Track May 2023.
Simply by looking for like somebody who was leveraging BRC20s.
Yeah.
With like a fundamental value proposition. You know, back in those days, we weren't like on the meme wagon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
It's like, is anybody trying to build any like significant technical support for this ecosystem? It was just Benny, right? So there's the Track token. We found that like at like a 200,000 market cap.
That's right.
It got as high as, I don't know, maybe like 70 million or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bitmap, May 2023. We found that super early as well.
Yeah, you can go back. We have a huge playlist of bitmaps. So if you're more like Metaverse inclined, you want to know like what? Shitcoinery on Bitcoin and then Metaverse on Bitcoin? What are you guys doing over there? How is this being pulled off?
That's right.
Why is this any different? We have a playlist about Bitmap kind of going through the whole origins of it, right?
Yeah, so Bitmap was interesting because we found it at 300 inscriptions and it blocked out about 2 weeks after we did our first video.
Yeah.
And that was June 30th.
Yeah, that's not on the list, but
yeah,
maybe like a small little edit video. You know, the first block out ever. Pretty notable.
Sure, that's kind of important.
What else, dude?
And then finally, November 2023, Digital Matter Theory.
Wow, you did that so well.
I did, just like the video.
I know. So yeah, that was our little contribution to this like whole timeline, right? It's like hey, Ordinals unlocks a lot of things. Now that with track and tap isn't like formally introduced here yet, but this concept of DMT, the idea of leveraging block data to generate new class of assets,
right,
was very
super novel.
Yeah, it was being discussed a lot within like the following months after Bitmap. But yeah, it needed like a formalized structure, a way to actually do this like in a cohesive way, right?
Yeah.
Just like everything. That's what Ordinals introduced. That's a formalized structure. How do you embed arbitrary information onto Bitcoin?
Yeah.
Ordinals brought in that protocol.
Yeah, and the most interesting thing about digital matter theory is that this is an absolutely unique thing to Bitcoin. You can't really do this on other chains, not with the same thermodynamic properties that Bitcoin allows it to have.
Yeah, and if you're experienced, you're a veteran in the space, you typically want to look out for new shit. Like things that occur in the bear market that are disrupting old models, which I think DMT is, and it fits that description perfectly, right? The old model, the old way of doing things was arbitrary.
Yeah.
Right? Having just numbers plucked out of thin air to generate the existence of a token supply.
Yeah.
That's how we've been doing things, right? So introducing a new model that is rooting everything to Bitcoin and its data components within it that is immutably generated and stored. Now that's what determines the existence of things. That is like a whole new fork in the road.
Yeah, right? That's powerful.
Yeah.
So we have a whole Git book if you want to read kind of like the whole theory and its application, the NAT token. That's also here. So we launched the NAT token on the launch of digital matter theory, and then over here it gets indexed in January 2024 by track.
Yeah, that's specifically the NAT token, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, which I guess something, so at the very end here, Beto asks, what's next? I think something that we can foresee being added to here is whenever the NAT token itself is formally being redirected to miners.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
That's the introduction of another new vector of something new happening on Bitcoin, right? It's now there are assets that are being generated non-arbitrarily that are supporting the subsidy of Bitcoin miners, which overall enhances the security of Bitcoin.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is a big deal.
That's the biggest deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it.
And by the way, we'll be interviewing
Charlie Spears,
CB Spears, talking about this very topic. So it's, I think, considering he's got a background in the Bitcoin mining ecosystem, his opinion should mean a lot about this concept, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah. All right, well, that's it for us. We covered a lot today. Bitcoin, the Ordinals timeline. If there are any questions, please let us know in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Peace.